Hey, ain't we been through it all? Then we sleep on them floors. Everybody we thought we needed, we don't need them no more. Run it up, don't check the score. No, I'm balling on.
Rewind! What's going on, boys? Rewind promo drop today. We got Star of the Seasons tomorrow. A couple big days. It's been a couple of big days for me. If you watch my last couple of videos, we've gone kind of crazy. Now, I pulled the LTD yesterday, the receiver. I ended up selling them for $450K. I just took my coins and run. But today, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Haven't really been grinding over here. Later on, you should see a no money spent episode as well with my B&D packs. I know we should save them, but last season they weren't that good and they weren't worth saving. So until they show me they're worth saving, we're going to keep going. But rerun, and then also, hold on, we got something huge. So you remember, matter of fact, let me backtrack. Stop, backpack, delete that. As stuff just keeps selling in my auction house, which we're going to talk about a little bit of that stuff too. Definitely shall take that. Definitely shall take a lot of that profit. We're getting there. But remember in yesterday's video and in the video previously for the Game Changers, we talked about this Game Changers pack and that it was 85,000 when I opened up my Game Changers, which I actually ended up going crazy. I think I pulled like 6 out of 8 fulls at that point in time. It was wrong. It was absolutely wrong. So we have Makerights today. I have about 400,000 in Makerights. Now, it's either going to be Scheme Spotlight or it's going to be Rerun. I really don't like this Rerun. I'll do one. Literally one. If one doesn't show me anything, I ain't rocking with it. I'm just going to go into the Scheme Spotlight because you still have the Drew Allers of the world. You still got my boy Prince to write in. Which if you don't know, I kind of run a Ole Miss theme team, so Prince will fit in perfectly. And he's 4-3 multiple because I am working on scheme defense as well. But nevertheless, let's talk about rewinds today. And today could be an absolute huge day, boys. A huge day. I went to the wrong thing. Let's go to the catalog. The catalog is what we need to talk about as we look at the rewind. Now, I just want to preface this, and this is why it's important to be in the Discord with me, boys. In yesterday's video, when we were talking about Scheme Spotlight, right? I'm just going to talk about this quickly. I was talking about Carson, the middle linebacker, right? And how I loved him under 120K. And I still did. But that was when the content first dropped. As the content went on, I was able to get 2 or 3 more for under 100K. So you remember in the video, I bought one for 120 yesterday. He's already back up to 135, and I think he's going to continue to rise. So if you're in the Discord and you listen to what I said about I'm loving him under 120K, and I was like, screw that. I like him under 100K. I was able to get some. You're cooking right now. I got 2 at like 85K. So if I sell those right now, at 85K after taking off 135, we're getting about what? Almost 35K. But I'm gonna hold them for a little bit. I'm gonna hold them because Scheme Spotlight is still a promo of fixated, you know what I mean? Because obviously the LTDs are still in pack. As long as the LTDs in pack, that promo is fixated. Like right now, when we're talking about Game Changers, that promo is never really fixated on anymore. But nevertheless, I know you think I babbled a lot, but I needed to get into that. Rewind. Some good rerun cards. Bijan Robinson. To me, he's better than the Gauntlet card that you got to go win 9 wins for. But 96 speed, 96 excel. The earlier Bijan was a monster. Looks like he's about, 700K if you pull him. I genuinely don't like the rewind promo because, one, there's only 3 cards, right? So there's not a lot to go off of. But Jalen Carter, some say the best defensive tackle in real life in terms of Madden. He might be the best defensive tackle in Cut 2. He was really good earlier in the season. If you can get him anywhere under 130, that's cool for your team, obviously for investment. I really don't like investing in new cards when they drop. Now, this card is going to be a problem. Reason why this card is going to be a problem, chat. If we look at, and I'm going to go to strong safeties real quick. And I said chat, like I'm recording this live on Twitch when I'm recording it live on the YouTube. He's the best strong safety by a country mile. So I'm going to looking at Gerald Holloman's price in the coming weeks. This week, usually with rewinds, it's not the first week, it's the second week, which I'm going to talk about. But he's 260, and he's a monster. I think he has like 96 speed. He's above 90 in all the man coverage and zone coverage, 93 hit power. Arguably, not only the best strong safety, the best safety in the game. Arguably. Right? So if you get him, if you pull him, I don't mind you keeping him at all. But just know we got stars of the season coming tomorrow. So keeping cards that are auctionable is a little bit questionable. Now, this is what I want to talk about, boys. You can see I own these both. Now, last week, I talked briefly about Ben Powers. I got Ben Powers. I remember when he dropped. This is when before they moved the minimum down. I got about 3 or 4 at 77K. Within 24 hours, he was up to 130. Now, I'm going to tell you why I love Ben Powers. This is probably one of my favorite investments in a little bit, right? Which I already have like 7 in my binder, so they're not going to show up for me. But reason why, and I talk to you guys about this all the time, investing in rarity, right? Or BPA, best player available. Look at Ben Powers. He's the best right guard. Look at the other 95 right guards at 100K. So there's no way Ben Powers should be at 47K. I think I already have like 8 at 47K. If I can get more, I'm going to get more, right? Ben Powers, like, this is just a slam. Even if we get star of the season's right guard tomorrow, right? He's still going to be at worst after tomorrow. If we get a star of the season, let's say we get 2, at worst he's going to be the 3rd best right guard in the game for bare minimum. So 1, you got training if need be. But 2, I see him getting back up to 80, 90K maybe. And if I'm getting him at 47K and then I'm selling him at 80K, that's a nice chunk of change, about 24 to 25K, right? Per one you sell. So that's for you know, your low snacks out there, the 200-300K. If you don't plan on upgrading your team in the next 24, 48 hours, go all in on Ben Powers. Grab 10, right? If you grab 10 and then you sell them at 20K, and that's what you get afterwards, you make yourself 200K in less than 24 hours. So, again, like I said, I already have 7 of him. So, yeah. Next card I'm going to talk about, Patrick Peterson. Now, again, we talk about rarities at position. We're going to take a look at the cornerback position, right? Let's look at all these other corners. What's his name? Corey Black came out yesterday. 96 speed, 91 man, 91 zone, right? So, I want y'all to keep that 96 speed theme with me. Oliver, 96 speed. Will Johnson, 96 speed. Darius Slade, 96 speed. I don't think Charles does. I think Delane has 96 speed, but he's a Gauntlet reward, so he's really unique when it comes to this. But y'all see what I'm looking at with 96 speed and above 90 and stuff man coverage. Look at the only card that gets 96 speed and how much he cost. Compared to every other single 96 speed corner. It's the Sage Ryan again. It's the Denzel Burke when he first came out again, which, by the way, we sold up most of our Denzel Burks. We have 2 left at an average 150K after getting them for under 100K. I love Pat Pete. Now, Pat Pete, because he's a corner, it's going to be a little bit different. You're probably not going to get him at the minimum, which his price is probably, I love him under 60K. Under 60K, I just feel like it is such a great buy for one of the best corners in the game at who you get, again, 96 speed and above 90 zone, 90 man, and there's more stuff selling. I feel like it's a can't miss. I feel like these old rewind cards, the Ben Powers and the Patrick Petersons, are an absolute can't miss in my opinion. Like I said, there's no other card. I think Cam Dantzler is the closest to him, I believe. So if we look at Cam Dantzler, is he 95 or 96? I can't remember. Let's look at Dantzler. He's 95. Again, so the closest 96 speed player to Patrick Peterson is, and this is with the token at 200K, is my boy, what's his name? Davison is the closest at 200K. And again, you got to get a token with that. If we're talking about a non-token 96 speed corner, the next cheapest is 235K. But you can get Patrick Peterson right now for under 60. Like I said, I just got one for under 60, and I have 2 in my bonder that I got at 53 and 52K respectively. I'm telling y'all, he could easily get back up to 90, 100K because the card itself is really good, and it is at a position where you got to have not 1, not 2, but 3, right? So, look, Patrick Peterson, Ben Powers, I'm telling y'all, I absolutely love. If I can go all in on them, I will. But obviously, I don't think there's going to be enough supply for me to go all in. But again, like I said, Patrick Peterson, Ben Powers, at the minimum for Ben Powers, 50K and under. For Pat Pete is 60K and under, what I'm looking at. I mean, even this, I think is good for Ben Powers. But I have enough of him. Like I said, I have 7 where I don't have to be, you know what I mean? I could be a little bit stingy when it comes to this. I'm going to try to place a bid on this one since someone wanted to put them up for 100K. So yeah, boys, I love the rewind Patrick Peterson and love the rewind Ben Powers, without a shot of a doubt. Now, let me just see if I can get one more Patrick Peterson before the road. We're gonna open up some packs. I should probably save my training for start of the season and all that different type of stuff, but we're gonna see if we can cook. We're gonna see if we're gonna cook. Like I said, I got 390K worth of Makerights. Again, this is just free training at the end of the day, right? It's free training, so I'm not gonna complain about free training. And we got stuff selling. I'll make a separate video talking about all the stuff I had sell, what I bought them at, and things of that nature. But you guys listen to me. I said season 4 cards at the minimum. When I was talking about Patrick Payton and the left guard. Yeah. Let's say I got a bunch of and look, my auction house won't show it because it's so old. But when I tell you I got a bunch of Patrick Paytons under 80K, and let me see if it will. I mean, just for proof in the pudding, right? There's one for 80K. So if I got one for 80K, you know I got several for 80K. And when I'm talking about, look, there's another one, 81K. I lost that on that one. The Jonah Grays I got for 47K. There's another Patrick Payton's, 82K, 85K. A couple of Jonah Grays at 50K. These are all my Ben Powers I bought today. You see, I got the Pat Pete today. And just to show you quickly, and then we'll get into the rows. And like I said, I'll talk about it in more details in another video. There's you see me got some Julius Peppers at 47K, sold for 100, and where it is, Patrick Payton selling for 140 after getting them at 80K. So if my math serves me correctly, that's about what 44K profit, 46K profit. Yeah. We did that. But nevertheless, let's end it off with some rolls. Now, again, I'm going to do one rewind roll, right? And then the rest, we're just going to go into the scheme spotlight. Like I said, I wouldn't mind Drew Allard. I wouldn't mind Prince. We're just going to go in. Yes, I probably should save it. If you're watching this and you have Makerights and you've thought about opening it, you probably should save it. But we're different. We don't save around here. So, again, let's see if we can do, we're going to do one rewind pack. And then we're going to do the rest into the scheme spotlight. And then we're going to get out of here. Like I said, this is more it's more an investment video, but also showing the new rewind cards as well. And then obviously we're always going to end it off with packs. So contains 191 plus epic player. Let's see. Oh, that is not an animation you want to see. Oh my God. Yeah, we're done. We're absolutely not touching that pack again. That's all I needed was one chance. One chance to get cooked, and it happened. Now, I've heard mixed feelings about this pack. I've heard some people say it's cracked. Some people say it's juice. Some people say it's not. I would go into the game changer packs, but most of the game changers I already have in terms of the higher overall. Right, in terms of the higher overall game changers, only one I'm kind of missing is Andre Johnson, but they're out of packs right now. So, we're just going to see if we can get a big Season 5 animation here. I would not mind a Season 4 if it's Carson, right? Because then I get him B and D. So, but obviously we're chasing a Season 5 animation. Season 5 animation is what we're chasing. Those are 96 overalls or 97 LTD. We're going to try. I've seen a lot of people tag me in their Makerights going crazy and getting Drew Allard and Prince. I need to see if mine can do the same. I need to see if mine has the exact same effect. Probably won't. If we're being completely honest, I'm probably going to end up buying Prince for like 500K, which is going to be the most expensive card on my goddamn team. But it is what it is because he's a monster. He's an absolute monster. Like I said, we'd love to pull him, but it's probably just not going to happen. These scheme spotlight rolls, in terms of all the rolls in the training store, have been my worst, without a shot of a doubt. Without a shot of a doubt. And it's usually the ones that are the most cheapest that are the worst. So this checks out, right? It absolutely checks out. Like I said, I've seen a lot of you guys pulling stuff out of here, so I was like, let me give it a try. But obviously right now, we are getting cooked. Absolutely shish kebab. So we probably got like 3 more packs. You should probably hear my dog barking in the background. But 3 more packs to be great. Probably not going to be great. So appreciate you boys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Hopefully I learned something. And hopefully, yeah, like I said, if you got your Makerights, I would stay away from all these packs and wait for Star of the Seasons tomorrow. That's what I would do if I was y'all, but I'm not y'all. I'm trying to show y'all some love and content creation. Then we walk it off with absolutely positively nothing. Stay away from the scheme spotlights. Please. I'm out. Deuces.